If you find yourself unemployed and do not know what to do, don't worry, we are here for you. Today we will talk about unemployment. Over the past 2 weeks, the nation has seen more than 10 million unemployment cases. Darlene Davis, principal owner of Davis Associates CPAs, will explain the unemployment benefits that you may be eligible for. You are not alone. Together, we will overcome. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this video.
Due to the COVID-19 crisis, the federal government has increased unemployment benefits for those who have been impacted by losing their job. The Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program is a part of the CARES Act. I want to share some of the most important components with you to help you understand and navigate through this process. The new benefits are in addition to state benefits, not a replacement. Now let's talk about the benefits. The new benefits include $600 a week payment for up to 4 months, an additional 13 weeks of unemployment benefits, and an expanded definition of who can qualify for the benefits. Who is included in this expanded list of eligibility? Independent contractors, barbers, hairdressers, Uber drivers, handymen, makeup artists, musicians, people who work sparingly, realtors, anybody working side gigs. What must happen for you to receive these benefits? In order to receive the benefits, you must first be approved by your state unemployment. Most state systems don't have the capacity to handle the large volume of claims. This is why the systems are crashing. So please give them a little grace and be patient. Nor have the states had time to set up procedures for processing unemployment claims for the expanded classification of workers who are now allowed to get the unemployment benefits. Typically, the payroll is reported from your employer to the state, and they have a calculation that determines your eligibility and the amount you're going to receive. For the self-employed, freelancers, gig workers, the state unemployment management, they are still trying to figure out how they're going to determine the eligibility factors. It looks like perhaps your Schedule C may be used in this determination. The Schedule C is where most of these newly eligible workers should have been reporting their income on their income tax return. Most states are still waiting for guidance from the Department of Labor, which is expected sometime next week. So it may take a while for you to begin receiving these benefits. The best way to apply for benefits is through the state website. You can log into uinteract.labor.mo.gov, and it'll prompt you to create an account. Please remember that there are a lot of people who are in the process of applying. So if error messages come up due to system crashes, just stop. Consider reapplying at night or maybe first thing in the morning. In order to apply, you need to have your social security number, your address, email, your banking information, including your routing and account number for your direct deposit, your employer's name, address, telephone number, and the first and last day that you worked with your employer, and the reason for leaving. Let's take a second to discuss that last bullet point, reason for leaving. Now, each state is different, so check the rules for your specific state. I'm going to focus on Missouri. In Missouri, most people who currently are employed, if they quit, they are not eligible for unemployment benefits. Now, as of right now, April 2nd, 2020, the federal government did not offer any additional laws or incentives for Missouri to approve any claims that they normally would not have approved. The big difference, however, with the CARES Act, if you had to quit because of a quarantine recommended by a healthcare provider, or your child's daycare closed and you're the primary caregiver. If your employer offers any type of paid options of leave in order to address COVID-19, you may want to strongly consider taking them. Take them until they are exhausted. Once they are exhausted, then go ahead and apply for unemployment. How does one become eligible? If you lose your job through no fault of your own, you made at least $1,500 during one of the calendar quarters and at least $750 during the remainder of the base period. If you worked for an insured employer during your base period, and your total base wages must be at least 1.5 times your highest quarter wages. Okay, I know that was a lot. Stay with me. The base period is the first 4 of the last 5 completed calendar quarters before you filed your claim. The wages paid during this period are used to compute your maximum benefit amount and your weekly benefit amount. The other way is to make at least 1.5 times the taxable wage base during 2 of the 4 base period quarters. If you worked even part-time, you may be eligible for these benefits. The Department of Labor is waiting for guidance to fully implement the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, which is separate from the regular unemployment insurance program. So a lot of this is new. You still with me? So what happens if you don't get approved? If you can prove that you used to work at a consistent level and your earnings were reduced due to no fault of your own, apply. If you get rejected, send an appeal and then apply again. Typically, there was a 1-week waiting period after you lost employment, but the state is in the process of eliminating this requirement. The issue has become how long it'll take for them to process your claim due to the heavy volume. The 3 work searches a week is also waived at this time due to COVID-19. If you are already receiving benefits and your 20-week window is almost up, you will have an extra 13 weeks. I hope this information has been helpful and you end up with an even better than before employment situation. And who knows, maybe even your own business when this is over. May God bless you. Be well.